Hello and welcome to this brief overview on the important activity of split testing. Also called A/B testing, it allows you to compare the effectiveness of two different approaches to the same marketing campaign so you can find out which version works better. Primarily, this has been growing in popularity and measurability with the dawn of sophisticated digital and internet marketing systems that can track and measure these things for you. These systems not only provide a wealth of information about your internet marketing campaigns, but they are also very easy to set up and use, which should make them the bedrock of any marketing campaign that you do. So, why should you split test? Well, it is vital that you understand what motivates your customers when you're marketing to them. You need to know what turns them on. You have to maximise conversion for all your campaigns. Everything you do costs money in some way, whether it's the indirect cost of time or the direct cost of collateral. You have to deliver efficient advertising. The more you can get out of every campaign, the more it increases your bottom line. So what should you split test? Well, each step of a campaign is designed to achieve a goal, and it's the success of each of those goals that needs to be measured and tested. In the example of an email campaign, there are some distinct elements that each have a purpose. The email subject has the job of stimulating sufficient intrigue or interest so the recipient opens the email. The first line of the body needs to build on that and maintain the interest, and then the remaining body needs to compel the reader to take action. For example, click through to a landing page. In that case, the landing page then has the express role of ensuring the visitor now takes the required action. Perhaps that's to sign up to a mailing list, buy a widget, or register their interest in a service. In other words, they have somehow made a connection back to you. Each of these steps should be tested to see which approach gets better results, which subject line got more opens, which body content more click-throughs. So when should you split test? Well, certainly you should split test on any paid advertising, particularly if you're doing anything with AdWords or other PPC or PPM advertising. If you're using campaign landing pages, have two different ones and see which approach generates the most sign-ups. You could even try something really wacky and see how that impacts it. Any new web design, or whether it's a home page or a complete reskin, or just some specific pages that have a required outcome, test it, see which has the most effective approach. You can even split test your remarketing campaigns, which is what I was discussing in last week's email. So, what tools are available to you to measure the results? Many of the established tools come built in. For example, if you're using Google AdWords for PPC campaigns, they provide the option to create different ads per ad group, and it will then actually automatically choose which one starts to be more effective for you. Google Analytics, and in particular Google Analytics Experiments, allow you to manage a variety of split tests and can even manage certain aspects of content on your pages directly from within AdWords. You know, which content it delivers, the button style, or even the color scheme. If you're a WordPress user, then there's a good selection of plugins you can choose from. One particular is called Nilo, although there are many others. And there are many other tools developed by independent developers, often to cater for niche markets that you can use too. Okay, so what should your next steps be? You need to start learning the behaviour of your own customers and your own industry. Pick a campaign and try to use as large an audience as possible to make the results as meaningful as possible. When analysing percentages, you get better results from a larger data source. Select which of the one thing you want to test. Don't test two things at the same time, as you won't ultimately know which one made the campaign successful or unsuccessful. Run the campaign, watch to see what happens, and make changes to the next campaign based on the results. In the example of an email campaign, once you understand the approach to the subject line, move on and test the body, but never stop testing. Always go back and re-challenge your understanding. Make sure that there isn't now a better approach than there was 3 months ago, to make sure you are always fine-tuning every campaign to be as successful as it can be. If you have any questions about this, or need any more advice or information, please don't hesitate to contact us by completing the form on this page, and we will of course get in touch with you to see how we can help. Thank you.